Hey, being at that event is not enough. Being at that event is not enough. So you went to the circuit. You went with your athlete. You bought the hotel. You paid for the rooms. You paid. Like, being at that event is not enough. So what do I mean by that? Just because you're at the event, and even though you want that exposure from your athlete, now what happens? What happens after you get to the event? What happens when somebody wants to build a relationship with your athlete and possibly yourself? What happens now? What does your athlete have in exchange for good conversation? What does your athlete have to offer after that event? What does your athlete have to offer after that coach said, hey, I like to keep an eye on you? What does your athlete have to offer them? Do they have a transcript? Do they have an athletic resume? Do they have film? What do they have after the event? And unfortunately, most athletes, most parents, they just want to get to the event and they want feedback and they want people to put eyes on their athletes. Shout out to Marquette University today. My man Shaka Smart been rocking with Shaka since he was at VCU. But what does your athlete have to offer in exchange for building a relationship? Most people don't. And this is what is getting your athlete caught in that system, so to speak, getting caught in that bottleneck. Right here in Chicago, we have a path of expressway where like 4 lanes merge into one that's called the bottleneck, where your athlete is caught in the bottleneck of all other athletes and they don't know how to get out of that bottleneck because they're doing the same thing other athletes are doing. So if you want to know what athletes at Hoops Mastery are doing to put themselves in a position to build that relationship with coaches and to grow themselves further, then we forgot to do it. My son is telling me about communion. We got to do communion. So what is your athlete putting in place to set themselves apart from the bottleneck? All right, Coach Carvel Bailey. Talk to y'all a little bit soon. Later. Peace.